The champions of the Big 8 Conference with a record of 11-0 from Lincoln, Nebraska.
They have just tossed the coin at midfield. Nebraska wins the toss and elects to defer its choice to the start of the second half.
From Sun Devil Stadium, the opening kickoff for the 1995 National Championship of Collegiate Football, 1 against 2, as pitted against one another by the Bowl Alliance. Chris Brown, the freshman from South Lake, Texas, has her teed up at the 35-yard line with the wind at 7 miles an hour. Approaches the ball, hits it. It's a sailing kickoff. It's taken by Jaquez Green to the 5 to the 10, left side. He's out to the 15, 25, 30, 35, and way out to the 14. And so Florida is going to have a tremendous advantage on the first possession in terms of field position, 1st and 10 at its own 40-yard line. So Danny Werfel, who threw for 3,266 yards and 35 touchdowns, has his team huddled back between the 30 and 35-yard line. The Gators moving right to left from south to north and a player down. Florida will show Nebraska as many as 100 formations. They do everything in the book. They are thought to be this tremendous passing team, which of course they are, but they can run the ball as well. 46% of their total offense has come via the rush this year. So they are much more balanced than people would think. Caven Walton, middle linebacker on the kickoff team, the injured Gator who's being helped off the field. Now Florida, a very heavily penalized football team offensively during the regular season, has been described when they've got it going on all 8 cylinders as synchronized lightning. They'll be moving right to left from south to north against a little breeze here to open the first period of play in the national championship game, and the Gators over the field, over the ball, breaking the huddle, sending trips to the right side. 3 wideouts wide to the left side, to the right side for Florida. And Werfel under center, 1 back behind him, back at the 35-yard line. They empty the backfield, man in motion, the lone back. Werfel, long starting count, 2-step drop over the middle. It's complete across the 45, out to the 49, near the 50. And it was Mike Minner, man coverage on Chris Doring, who came up with 70 receptions on the year. They've got the short field on the 36-yard kickoff return to open the game. Florida, second down and less than a yard, just shy of the 50-yard line. Werfel with 1 back. As the snap. 2-step drop again. Guns right side. Pass deflected. Pass intercepted by the Cornhuskers. And a fumble on the play. I believe it was Terrell Farley. And did Nebraska get on top of it, or is it no play? I believe it's going to be called an incomplete forward pass. Terrell Farley, I believe, the player who batted the ball, will check on the instant replay monitor. But Werfel had that ball swatted down. So Florida over the ball. 3rd and less than 1, just shy of the 50-yard line. I set. Snap, toss, sweep, right side. Elijah Williams on the carry. He's got the across the 50 to the 49-yard line to the 48 of Nebraska for the first down. Toss, sweep, right side for Florida on 3rd and less than 1. Jared Tomich and Jay Foreman ran him down. Trips left side, 3 wideouts to the open side of the field. And 1 back, 3 yards behind Danny Werfel. Huskers on the defense for the first series of this game. Werfel takes the snap. 5-step drop. Steps up in the pocket, and then they're going to get him. They got him for a sack. Jared Tomich all over Danny Werfel. But one of the things they're going to do is drop a defensive lineman or an outside rush guy and come with pressure. Still coming with just 4, making it look like blitz, but still having 7 back. All right, it is second down, a loss of 4, second and 14 from the 48 of Florida. Wuerffel 5-step drop, pocket holds over the middle, and it's complete inside the 40, 35, and down to the 32-yard line goes Chris Doring, his second grab, and Florida's drive stays alive with a 1st and 10. Wuerffel on the money to Doring. 1st and 10, Florida, 32-yard line, Nebraska. Ball a little to the left of the center of the field. Trips left side. They empty the backfield. Elijah Williams in motion. And Wuerffel, 1-step drop, guns it complete inside the 25, the 21-yard line. And Wuerffel having a lot of luck on the 1- and 2-step drop package. 1st and 10, Florida, opening series of this game, 3 minutes old. Doring under center, one back with him. He has a 5-step drop, pressure, scrambles right side, throws across his body, left side, complete inside the 10-yard line. And it's Doring out of bounds at the 6-yard line of Nebraska. 1st and goal for the Gators. Phil Ellis knocking Chris Doring down. Trips to the right side, one back, Doring. Well, get underneath this center, Jeff Mitchell. Florida threatening on the opening series of this game against the defending national champions. Doring moves the pocket, throws the ball on the run. It's incomplete. Diving and couldn't get to the ball. Chris Doring on the throw from Danny Wuerffel. 2nd and goal for the Gators. Trips right side from the left side. Hashmark just outside the 5. Snap to Wuerffel. Gives to his running back Elijah Williams. Goes nowhere. Lost a yard from the 5 back to the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up now. Trips to the right side. One back behind Wuerffel. Oscars with a 4-3 look defensively. Man in motion, emptying the backfield. The lone back to the left side. Snap to Wuerffel, steps back to throw. Pocket holds into the end zone. Incomplete, it's 4th and goal. And Steve Spurrier will have to go with a field goal unit here. And the kick, the 23-yarder, is up from the left side. Hashmark, and Florida draws first blood. They're on the board, 3-0 over Nebraska. And kicking it off is Matt Teague, and he hits the ball. It's held up in the wind. It comes down short. And at the 10-yard line, Clinton Childs. And Clinton up the field to the 20, 25, left side 30, and he spins forward after being hit to the 33-yard line, where the Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. So, NU in its first possession. Ball between the 32 and 33-yard line. They'll bring it on in from the far side, the left side of the field, put it on the hash mark, and we'll see what the Cornhuskers can do with it. Now, we were told a couple of days ago, first play of the game will be a tight right set, double tight ends with a flanker who will come in motion. And the Cornhuskers are hoping that the cornerback who is assigned to that flanker back will not come with him, and that Nebraska will have an advantage in terms of numbers. And now we've got a flag on the kickoff, a personal foul against Florida, and they'll add on 15 yards. So Nebraska will have really good field position now as a result of the first penalty of the game against Florida. As we said, Florida heavily penalized during the regular season. Huskers over the ball, double tight ends, flanker to the right side. And in motion is Holbein, and the DB does not come with him. It'll be a stretch play to the left side. Nebraska has the numbers advantage. It's Lawrence Phillips with the ball, breaks a tackle, gets a couple of yards from the 48 to the 50-yard line. Nebraska's in a wide slot. Tommy Frazier, under center, Aaron Graham takes the snap. Stretch play right side. It's Lawrence. He cuts inside the 40. He's inside the 35, the 30, and Lawrence Phillips is inside the 30-yard line at the 28 of Florida. Full house look, Nebraska 24 yards by LP on that carry from the 28-yard line of Florida. Full house, double tights, and it is Tommy on the option. And Tommy is inside the 25, and he barrels forward to the 21-yard line. So from the 29 to the 21, a pickup of nearly 8 yards, 7 or 8 yards, depending on the spot of the ball. A set for Nebraska. As Tommy has Holbein in motion right to left before the snap. Snap to Tommy, give to Lawrence. Lawrence hit at the 20-yard line, got about 1.5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down. Fullback, Magavika, tailback, Lawrence Phillips. Tommy Frazier under center on 3rd and 2, just outside the 20. Option right, Tommy on the keep. Tommy stood up at the 18, squirts free to the 16-yard line. And again, they're staying in the I-Pro set this trip. Flanker to the left side, split end to the right. Tommy looking at 4 down linemen on the part of Florida, taking the snap. Rolls right side, Tommy. Looks off left side, screen pass. Lawrence Phillips, he's got it inside the 15, the 10. He's inside the 5. He's in there. Touchdown! Touchdown! Lawrence Phillips, touchdown! it's worth 6 points for the Cornhuskers. A screen off a sprint out to the right side. Tommy back to the left to Lawrence Phillips. And behind those big blockers downfield, Lawrence turns in the 6 yards. 6 points. Nebraska on the board. And the kick coming up by Chris Brown. And there it is, the kick by Brown, and it is either partially blocked. I believe partially blocked. It's no good. And so, the Cornhuskers leading Florida now after their first possession. 8:10 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-3 Nebraska, and this is the Nebraska Sports Network. Oh, Chris Brown to kick it off, and there he hits it with the wind, end over end. And this one will be non-returnable. Riedel Anthony in the end zone. Goes down on one knee on the touchback, and Florida will have it. First and 10 at its own 20-yard line. Under center, Werfel. First and 10 is 20. Man in motion right to left. As Werfel pitches out right side, and it's Elijah Williams, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 20-yard line and went nowhere in the flag, as Williams may have been treated roughly after he was hit out of bounds. The flag flew, and Pat Flood, the referee, indicated an illegal block in the back, and it is first down and 20. From the 9-yard line for the Gators. An eye, wide slot left, snap to Werfel, and the give is to Williams. He gets it out to the 11-12-yard line. Not much there. Maybe 2.5, perhaps 3 yards. Or 19 yards to go for the Gators. From their own 11-yard line, Werfel in the eye now. Takes the snap, and he, on the play fake, wants to throw the ball, throws across his body, and it is incomplete. Intended out near the 18-yard line, I believe, for Chris Doering. Werfel looking at 4 down linemen on the part of Nebraska, and you showing man coverage. They may be fooling. Werfel on 3rd and 19, two-step drop over the middle, complete out to the 20-yard line. The receiver gives up ground and tackled at the 20-yard line, so it's 4th down, way short of what they need. In punt formation is Robbie Stevenson. He averaged 38.3 this year. His long was 52, 33 punts on the season. The left footer hits it, hangs in the air, and underneath it at the 35-yard line, they didn't give him 2 yards, but no flag as Fullman was knocked down as he caught the ball. Huskers in a wide slot left set from the right side hash, NU 35-yard line, moving left to right. Tommy takes the snap, gives it back to Lawrence Phillips. Lawrence hesitating out beyond the 35 to the 38-yard line. The blocking not really there for him to explode through, so he kind of picked his spot and got what he could, which was 3 yards. Lawrence with 4 carries, 30 yards. It's 2nd down and 7 Nebraska. Left side hash, NU 38, wide slot right set. Tommy on the snap, looks to throw, guns it out there, incomplete to Reggie, ball at the 50-yard line, threw it behind him. Nebraska has a shift out of this, brand new set here from the shotgun into a no-back set, double slots. Lawrence Phillips, the slot back right side, look for a pass to him here. That's what they'll look for, and now Florida across the line of scrimmage claiming that Eric Anderson, the right tackle, moved. We shall see. Our referee, again, is Pat Flood.
Before the snap, false start on the offense.
And it's 3rd down, 13 yards to go from the Cornhusker 33, and rolling right is Tommy on the sprint out. Has time, buys time, still running, looking to throw, throws down the field, and it's intercepted by Florida. The return out to the 45 and out of bounds to the 46-yard line of Florida. Florida with the ball, their 46-yard line, left side hash. Snap to Werfel, throws it off right side, and it is caught. Was it trapped? It was not. It was caught at the 48-yard line of Nebraska. Snap to Werfel, toss sweep left side. Now the running back versus right side. He's tackled at the 44-yard line of Nebraska. Good strength shown there by Terry Jackson, though, who was hit initially at the Nebraska 48. Here's Florida's ace set, 2 tights, 2 wings. Terry Jackson behind Werfel, the lone back on 3rd and 1. He may be changing the play. Werfel, he turns, he gives to Jackson. He's stacked up at the 48-yard line, 44-yard line. Looks like he's got Phil Ellis tackling Terry Jackson. Gators come over the ball, sending 3 wide outs left. The ball a little to the right of the center of the field. The Nebraska 44-yard line, trips left, 1 back behind Werfel. And you in the gap for the linebackers. Now they empty the backfield. No backs in there. Werfel waiting for the snap. Quarterback sneak. Looks like he got it. Maybe. He didn't need much. Ellis on top of the stack. Somebody underneath Werfel as well. He 1st and 10. Gators 43 of Nebraska. Huskers ahead 6-3. Trips left. Now they empty the backfield again. Lone back in motion to the right side. Long count. Werfel calls timeout. 1st and 10. NU 43. Gators. I set. Tight end to the right side. Snap to Werfel. Play fake. Wants to throw. Pocket holds. Off the right side he goes. Man wide open. Incomplete at the 25-yard line of Nebraska. Mike Hilliard all by himself underneath the deep coverage. The double coverage with Tyrone Williams and Tony Veland. Huskers will want to come with 4 if they can get it done that way. They'd rather drop 7 than to bring 5 and get into man-to-man coverage. Werfel has him in the eye, as the Gators have been in a 2-back and 1-back set much more than we expected. Snap to Werfel. One-step drop, fade pass, right sideline. Incomplete over the outstretched hands of the intended target, Chris Doring, in great man coverage by Michael Booker. This needs to be a game of stoppers for the Husker defense for the Blackshirts, because Florida makes its living on big plays, not the least of which come on 3rd down, 3rd and 10, NU 43, snap the Werfel, NU comes with 4, pocket holds, off the left side, complete, 33, 30, 29-yard line, 1st down, and no sooner did it come out of our mouths about big plays and the necessity of a stopper, but Florida State converts on 3rd down. Gators over the ball, left side hash, boundary left, field to the right side, 1 back along the right side of Danny Werfel, who looks like he may be changing the play, looking at Nebraska's defense, and you looks like they're in bubble defense. Snap the Werfel, drops back to throw. They blow the play dead. Dead ball violation of some sort here with 3:27 showing on the scoreboard clock.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
3 penalties against Florida, 30 yards against them, as Florida comes over it now at the Cornhusker 34-yard line. 1st and 15. NU ahead, 6-3, 3:15 left in the 1st. Werfel under center, 2 wideouts, right, 1 left, moves the pocket, right side, pump fake, goes long, right sideline, man coverage, the PB in perfect position, and he knocks it down. Michael Booker knocked it down as Ike Hilliard went up for the reception. It was Michael Booker again. Great play defensively. NU in zone almost every snap. That is not what Florida expected. They expected the blitz package and man coverage. And Werfel under center, split back snap. Takes the snap, drops back, deep drop, has time, steps up, throws over the middle, and it's complete at the 29-yard line of Nebraska. And that is well short of what Florida needs. They need the Nebraska 19. Let's see what happens here. 1 back behind Danny Werfel. NU with a 4-man front. Werfel, 5-step drop, has time over the middle. It's complete inside the 10, inside the 5, and tackled at the 3-yard line is Riddell Anthony. First and goal, Florida. Right side hash, 3-yard line NU, and the Huskers call timeout here to talk it over. In the eye, double tights, tight wing left side. Werfel under center is wing back in motion, left to right across the set. The backfield, snap to Werfel, toss sweep left side. Running back out of contain. Now pinned up, but dives forward to the end zone, and he's down at just shy of the goal line. So it is 2nd and goal Gators. Left side hash mark. NU on the goal line front. 3 big old defensive tackles punched in there, and they empty the backfield, trips right, 1 wide out left. Quarterback sneak, and Doring stacked up, didn't get in. No, the left side guy says yes, touchdown for Florida.
Says Danny Werfel when he's not throwing the ball. That time he didn't exactly dive over the line. He just kind of jumped up in the air and extended his arms across it for the touchdown.
Bard Edmiston on the PAT from the 10-yard line. He hits it the soccer-style kicker with the right foot, splits them, and Florida now ahead. 1:17 to go in the 1st. The Gators 10, Nebraska 6. Matt Teague gets a short one taken at the 7-yard line. Will return 10, 15, 20. And it's Childs 25 after the 28, 29-yard line. Clinton Childs. All right, Jim, 1st and 10 Nebraska, NU 29, snap to Tommy's, toss sweep right to Lawrence. Lawrence 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, and out of bounds at the 36-yard line of Nebraska. Cornhuskers spot for 6 tacklers. Ball flanker left side, double tights. Sheldon Jackson, Mark Gilman right to left, Magavica and LP in the eye. Snap to Tommy, give to the fullback, the trap from the 40 out to the 40, 41-yard line goes Jeff Magavica, his first carry of the game. Huskers in a spread now for the first time from their own 41. Holbein in motion right to left, means trips left side, snap to Tommy, zone play up the middle, Lawrence 45, 50, and to the 49-yard line of the Florida Gators goes Lawrence Phillips. He got 9 of 10. They do not be concerned at the score at this point, because Nebraska is running it right at Florida with a lot of success. And I believe that will take its toll as time goes on. Huskers down 10-6 opening the 2nd quarter. Open set, option left, Tommy on the keep. He's got an alley inside the 45 to the 42-yard line goes Tommy Frazier. Stacked up initially at the 45 of the Gators. Plenty for the first down and more. And again, Nebraska with success running the football, not boding well for Florida. Ahead right now, 10-6. And you wide slot right, Tommy gives to Lawrence, cuts back right inside the 40, great move, eludes a tackler inside the 35, inside the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, the 10, the 5, he's in there! Touchdown, Lawrence Phillips! Touchdown! Holy cow, what a play, Lawrence Phillips! The kick by Brown, who he splits him, and that makes it 13-10. Gary, I think Florida's in trouble, and I may say be saying this way too prematurely, but they can't tackle Nebraska, at least not right now. 3 possessions. They've scored on 2 of them. I think the only reason they didn't score on the second of the 3 was because they turned it over. Lawrence Phillips, 7 carries, 88 yards, and I said normally a lot of coaches would think about going for 2 to make it, if you have 14-10 ball game, get those 2 back you missed on the extra point, but he thinks, I'm sure he's going to score a lot.
I don't think there's any question about it, Ken. Not only can't they tackle Frazier and Phillips, they can't begin to deal with the Huskers' offensive line. No way in the world. And we saw it on that scoring play where Phillips went the distance.
And so Chrissy Brown hits the ball, kicks her off against the wind. It's going to come up short. And this is Anthony, Riedel Anthony, to the 10-yard line. He swings out wide left to the 15, nearly loses his footing, is finally tackled at the 22-yard line of Florida. Down the field, I believe, was old Aaron Penland. Old bullet head. 1 back for Werfel. Trips left, 1 wide out right. From the right side hash, snap to Werfel under center, drops back to throw, sprints out of there, out of contain, holding call, 25, 30, 35, to the 40 goes Werfel, not known as a scrambler. Werfel stepped up as Nebraska was coming hard up the field, found a crack, got a big game, but we may have a holding call against Florida. That's my suspicion. 88 yards rushing in the game. That's the 4th penalty against the Gators. 36 yards against them in that department.
Can't make a living that way against this Nebraska team.
10 yards from the spot of the foul makes it 1st and 24 at their own 8. Werfel trips left, 1 wide out right, 1 back under center. Danny Werfel, and contact before the snap of the ball. We may have had movement along the offensive line. I believe it was the right tackle. If so, it'll be a half the distance of the goal deal from the 8 to the 4-yard line. We'll wait and see.
Dead ball. False start on the offense.
Florida now 1st down and 28 yards to go from their own 4-yard line. They empty the backfield. Malone back in motion to the right side. Werfel, long starting count. Has the snap. He's in the end zone. And it's Terrell Farley. Got him for a sack. Oh, they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Farley looked like he had him in the end zone. It's going to be a loss back to near the goal line. Man, it looked to me like that was 2 for the Cornhuskers.
Well, it sure did to me too, Kent. Farley was lined up right off the left hip of rush end Jared Tomich.
He's arguing his case too, but it's not going to matter. And so now Florida looking at 2nd down and 31 with a ball, and it's 3-inch line. Huskers ahead, 13-10. 2 minutes gone, 2nd quarter. Nebraska leading it, 13-10 over the Gators. And Nebraska digs in defensively, and Werfel with 3 wideouts to the left side, 1 to the right, 1 back, in motion to the right. They empty the backfield again. Werfel, long starting count. Nebraska coming with Mike Packer on the blitz, and they got him for a sack and a safety this time. And it's Jamel Williams for a deuce. Put 2 more points on the board. It's 15-10 Cornhuskers.
There's your 2-point conversion.
Shades of Miami, ladies and gentlemen. Turn that defense loose against the Gators. Nebraska, but the sack and the safety, Jamel Williams got him on the blitz. And now Florida will kick it off, a free kick from its own 20-yard line, and Nebraska is in control of this football game, albeit early on. And it is a close, it is anything but a blowout yet, but still Nebraska much more in control than the 5-point spread would suggest. And here we go with the Cornhuskers ahead, 15-10 now, 12:42 to go in the 2nd period. And it is Teague hitting the ball from his 20, end over end to kick. And it's Clinton Childs at the 15. Middle return to the 20, up to the 25 to the 30, cuts the right side, left side, 35, 40. Clinton Childs, 45, to the 49-yard line, Clinton Childs. Amon Green is in there at tailback. A double tight ace set with 2 wings from the 49 of NU. Left side hash mark. NU right to left, south to north. Tommy maybe changing the play. Nobody over the center. The guards are covered. The tackles are not. Tommy, it's a trap play to him. He called his own number, and he got a couple of yards from the 49 to the 49-yard line into Gator territory. 2nd and 8 coming up. Huskers over. This time in the eye. 2 backs in there with Tommy. In front of on Green, it is Jeff Makovica. Wide slot, right set to the field. To the boundary is Holbein. Tommy, draw play. Amon Green stacked up at the 49, tackled and pushed back. Gain nothing. It's now 3rd and 7 Nebraska. Tommy Frazier under center. Trips to the right side. From the one back to the no back look, and Tommy Frazier inside the 45, cuts out the right side further. Got a block. Good move inside the 40, inside the 45, the 30, right sideline 25, cuts inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Tom Osborne's got Florida's defensive coordinator spinning like a top. Aaron Taylor with a key block for Tommy Frazier, and that was a called play. It looked like a busted play. But that's a new wrinkle again for the Cornhuskers. You can see it on the replay if you're watching along on television. He ran into Aaron Graham momentarily, busted free from that. And look at the footwork by Tommy Frazier. Frazier puts Nebraska in business with a 1st and 10 on the 32-yard run. The ball between the 17 and 16-yard line of Florida on the right side hash mark. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. He's in motion. That's Reggie Ball to the left. Snap to Tommy. Up the middle goes Amon Green, busting down to the 12-yard line. Picked up 5. From the 17 to the 12. 2nd and 5 coming up. Notice Nebraska wants to snap the ball. They want to tire this Florida Gator defense down. It's 2nd down, 5.5 to go. The timeout now taken. A timeout is burned by the Cornhuskers. Brian Schuster, the fullback. Amon Green, the tailback. NUI pro look at the 12-yard line of the Gators. Just over 10 to go in the 2nd quarter, and the Huskers ahead 15 to 10. It's 2nd down, 5.5 to go. Tommy audibling at the line of scrimmage has Riley Washington. The split end to the left side takes the snap. Sprint out left by Tommy. The option play tosses out Green inside the 10 to 5, and out of bounds goes Amon Green at the 5-yard line, and that's a 1st and goal Cornhuskers. Amon Green knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line as Tommy Frazier ran the option to the field from the right side hash mark. Off to the left side from the 12 to the 5, a 7-yard pickup. 1st and goal Cornhuskers.
This is a fearsome football team, Kent. This Nebraska Cornhusker squad. I think sometimes when you get close to it and you see it week in and week out, you sometimes forget what it is for other teams to deal with this, but you can see it in the Gators' eyes right now.
You see how anxious they are to snap that ball with as much time as possible left on that 25-second clock. They want to wear down the Gator defense. Double tights, wing right, eye set for Tommy. Snap, give to the fullback Schuster, down to the 1, to the inside the 1, and he's stacked up just shy. Nebraska will have it 2nd down and goal to go. Brian Schuster, who's been bothered by a back injury, hurt at lifting weights back in Lincoln early on in getting ready for this game, carries the ball up the gut. Here's the full house look, gentlemen. Double tights, the Osborne, the full house power eye. On 2nd go down and goal to go. The 1-yard line of Florida. Snap to Tommy. Stretch play. Give to Amon. Got a block. He's over the goal for the touchdown. Touchdown for Amon Green. And you talk about a package defensively and offensively. Think about what you just saw. Florida had the ball 1st and 10 at its own 22-yard line. The Black Shirts take them back into their own end zone for a safety. Nebraska takes the free kick down the field for the score. Amon Green goes in with great blocking up front. A 52-yard drive, 7 plays, all of which were on the ground.
An attempt.
Long snap by Graham, hold by Vedral, kick by Chris Brown is up and good. And with 9:13 to go in the 2nd, Nebraska extends to 22 to 10, leading Florida. You're listening to Fiesta Bowl 96, the national championship. Jaquez Green and Riedel Anthony deep back for the Gators. Near the goal line, Chris Brown has it teed up at the Cornhusker 35. 1st quarter stats would indicate Florida to be in much better shape, but this is one you have had to see develop to understand because Nebraska has been dominant in this football game. Here comes Chris Brown. He hits it. Brown hits it low. It bounces and is fielded at the 3-yard line to the 5 to the 10 as Jaquez Green, and bam, down he goes. Wow, he's leveled at the 7-yard line. It was Joel Makovica leveling the kick returner, Jaquez Green. Joel Makovica and John Hess, actually the guy who got the hat on him first. What a tackle it was, and Green is down.
That was a tandem steamrolling by what Nebraska's defense could do.
And Florida over the ball at its own 13-yard line. Nebraska 22, Gators 10, 9:09 to go in the second. Werfel is under center. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right, and 1 lone back behind him. And you with a 4-man front. And you in man coverage looks like. And is a give off the right side, and a yard and a half is all the running back Elijah Williams can get, as Jamel Williams is on his back to take him down. Actually, maybe just a yard picked up, if that. And so it's going to be second down, and about 9.5 yards to go for the Gators. At their own 13-yard line on the right side hash mark, moving left to right, north to south, with a 5-mile-an-hour breeze behind them. 1 back behind Werfel, who is changing the play at the line, takes the snap, 2-step drop, guns the pass complete, 18, 19, 20, out to the 23-yard line goes Ike Hilliard. In front of the Nebraska bench, stretch them out, and they're short as we expected by about half.
Maybe a foot.
Yeah, about a foot or so. Third down, less than 1 to go for the Gators. The ball between their 22 and 23 on the right side hash, and the eye set. Werfel will take the snap from Jeff Mitchell. 2 tight ends, wide flanker left side, and you bunches up at the line of scrimmage defensively. Long count, Werfel maybe changing the play. And you looks like they're in man. Toss sweep right side to Williams. Elijah Williams hit and knocked down at the 21-yard line. He didn't get it, folks. Notwithstanding a fake, which it won't be. Stevenson punts it from his 13-yard line. And the play's being blown dead.
Ball, delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
And betting also D for Nebraska.
And here's the punt by Stevenson. It's a lame kick on the run at the 45-yard line, and out of bounds is Octavius McFarland, and Nebraska with great field position at the Florida 41-yard line. Double tight swing right, turning is Frazier, giving to Lawrence Phillips, broke a tackle, then covered at the 40-yard line, picked up about a yard. Second down and 9. Huskers just across the 40. And an option to the left side. Tommy on the keep. Keeps the ball. Hit him to the 40-yard line. No gain. Lost a yard. It'll be third down. It's Florida with great pursuit on the option. And you running it to the left. Florida's right side defensively. And you lines up in shotgun. They shift out of that into that new set they're showing tonight. No back look. Tommy under center. 2 plays out of this. The quarterback keeping the pass to the I-back, and Frazier goes over the middle, and it's complete to Clester Johnson. He's got all but 1 at the 32-yard line of Florida. In motion is John Bedwell toward the set, left to right, I set. Option left, Tommy on the keep in trouble versus his field. Tommy on the keep trying to get the corner. He's got the first down to the 30-yard line out of bounds in front of the Florida bench. Tommy Frazier with enough foot speed to get the first.
There's the general. He'll do it for you if it can be done. And boy, he looked like he was in a world of trouble back there again behind the line of scrimmage. He reversed his field, and then those 2 Gators had a good angle on him, but he got his eye on that first down marker, and he got beyond it by about a half a foot or a foot. I mean, it wasn't much, but he knew exactly where he had to be.
And again, Gary, notice how quickly they want to snap the ball once they wind the clock. They sense that they can really get Florida on the ropes here. They can just snap the ball and pound it at them. It's the ace set. Double tights, double wings from the 30 of Florida on the right side hash. Tommy takes the snap, fakes the give, wants to throw, adds time, goes long, got a man down the sideline, Holbein. It's complete but out of bounds. And a flag is thrown. Penalty marker thrown by the side judge. The referee, or a personal foul perhaps. The referee again is Pat Flood.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty from the previous one. Automatic first down.
And so Florida gets called for holding, and it's a 10-yard penalty against the Gators. Nebraska first and 10. 7 penalties, 55 yards against the Gators first and 10. And I think they were holding Lawrence Phillips. And with a snap. And they give it to the fullback inside the 15, the 10, down the 7-yard line goes the fullback. And that's Jeff McAvica. And Nebraska's got it first and goal. Double tight end set, wing right side, eye for Nebraska, all between the 8 and 7 of the Gators. Nebraska ahead, 22-10 with 4:10 left in the half. Holbein in motion right to left. Tommy fakes the stretch play, turns, wants to throw, does in the end zone. Incomplete to Mark Gilman deep in the end zone along the end line. It's second and goal to go, NU at the 7-yard line. Double tight end, full house backfield. 3 backs punched in there behind Tommy Frazier. Snap to Tommy, option left. Tommy on the keep so far. Gets to the corner, they string it out, pitches out to Lawrence, who is hit out of bounds, no flag. And a loss on the play. Back from the 7, around the 10-yard line or so. We'll see where they're going to spot it as they bring it in. Ball between the 9 and 10-yard line, 9 and 8-yard line of Florida now. 3rd and goal, Nebraska again. A full house backfield and a double tight end look. From the left side, Ash blocking back in motion right to left is Bedwell. Tommy boots to the right side. Pass pro holds. Scampers right side. Throws the ball across his body. Incomplete into the end zone. Over the end line. And it's 4th down. And that should bring on Chris Brown. Sheldon Jackson, the tight end. Deep in the end zone, the man for whom the pass was intended. And I think Chris Brown will step in there. Chris Brown, 25-yard attempt. Little angle left to right. 4-year-long snapper, All-American Aaron Graham will snap it back to John Bedwell, who will hold it. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. The ball placed. The kick by Brown. It's up, and it is through there. And Nebraska leading the Florida Gators 25-10 with 3:46 before halftime. You're listening to Fiesta Bowl 96, the national championship. Mike Hilliard and Riedel Anthony deep for the Gators. Here's the kick by Chris. End over end, hangs up there, comes down at the 4-yard line. Anthony starts off left side, 10, 15. He's to the 20, bounces off a tackle, falls forward from the 22 to the 23-yard line. And the Gators will have it there. 1st and 10, 17-yard return. And the black shirts trot back out onto the grass field. Boy, this natural grass field obviously has been a huge advantage to the Gators tonight. I don't think Nebraska can play on natural grass. I don't know why they're even trying.
You? Oh, well, just forget about it. You can't stand up on this stuff unless you play on it all the time.
All right, Gators over the ball, and they come over the ball with no backs. 5 receivers in the pattern. 3 wideouts right, 2 to the left from the 23. Tight end is to the right side for Werfel. And Werfel drops to throw. 4-man rush, 7 back over the right side, complete at the 29 and covered at the 29-yard line by Mike Minter as Ike Hilliard picking up yardage. This is a new twist. It's called a stealer. It's a zone blitz. We'll explain in a moment. Florida has never seen it before. Another twist by Charlie McBride, and George Darlington snapped to Werfel, the quarterback, has to scramble. He's on the run, throws across his body. It is complete. A miraculous grab. They say it's incomplete.
He dropped the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Hilliard dropped it.
Hilliard dropped it. Now it's 3rd down and 4 yards to go. They put in what they call their stealer defense, and what they do is they'll drop either a down lineman or an outside backer and come with somebody else. Werfel sees another guy coming. He thinks it's blitz, but it's still just a 4-man rush and zone with 7 back. He thinks it's 5 coming. 3rd down and 4 from the 30-yard line. Werfel no backs again. As the snap, 3-step drop for Arkami. Throws it off left side, flag on the play, and the deep ball is incomplete. A step on the DB. Ike Hilliard had a step on Tony Veland, but let's see what this flag is all about.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
1 back behind Werfel. 3 wideouts left, tight end right. Werfel, 2-step drop, pocket holds, throws it left side, and it's picked off by Booker at the 30, the 25, to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's in there. He's in there for the touchdown. Touchdown! Touchdown! In your face to the Florida Gators as Nebraska came into Tempe, Arizona once again with not all that much respect. The defending national champions, picked by everybody on ESPN and whoever knows where, to lose this football game. Sorry, Al, I just popped Al in the head.
You're beating up on Al.
The defense has now scored 8 points. The Huskers have 31 on the board, and Michael Booker on the pick. Michael Booker with his 4th interception of the year. There's the interception on the replay, and now the PAT by Chris Brown. 42-yard return by Booker. The PAT is good, and with 2:40 left to go in the first half, Nebraska is embarrassing the Florida Gators, leading it 32-10. Here's Chris's kick. 26 unanswered points by the Big Red. Kickoff return 5-10. Anthony's got it. And he gets it out to the 20, 25, and out of bounds in front of the Gator bench. Jamel Williams pops him out of bounds. They wanted to set up what looked like a reverse off of that, but he kept it instead. Danny Werfel picked off just 10 times during the regular season. Picked off tonight by Jamel Williams. We're even in turnovers at a 1 apiece. A Big Red ahead by 22 over Florida. Werfel under center, takes the snap, drops the throw. He's got him. It's a sack. We got a penalty flag. but it was a blitz from the right side. And it was Mike Rucker on the sack of Danny Werfel, who was sacked 23 times during the regular season. Well, let's see what the penalty flag's all about.
Illegal motion.
Against Florida. It's against Florida.
Second down.
It's Christian and Jason Peter back in the ball game. It's second down, 16 yards to go for the Gators. 2:10 to go in the half. Nebraska has Florida on the run. Werfel under center with one back. Moves the pocket to the right, the rush is on, throws the ball, it's complete at the 24-yard line and popped out of bounds. Popped out hard. It was Chris Doring, knocked out by Mike Minter. Well, what do they call this offense for Florida? The fun and gun? Well, the fun is done.
Well, I was looking.
The fun is done because the fun and gun has backfired.
I was looking to see if Steve Spurrier was brought up anything in the dirt over there, and he's not. He's looking pretty glum. He got his arms folded and he's pacing. I don't think he thinks that he's got the solution to this puzzle, Ken.
The fun is done. Werfel 12 for 21 throwing the ball. 2:05 to go in the half. 32-10 Nebraska. Werfel takes the snap, drops the throw, rushes on. They got him again. They got him for another sack inside the 15-yard line.
They're coming from everywhere.
Eric Warfield on a corner blitz. Werfel from the blind side, leveled, and the Huskers are going to get the ball back with 1:43 to go in the half. And in punt formation is Robbie Stevenson. Nebraska again, 3 deep. Getting set to return the punt. They want more. With 1:33:32 to go in the half. Huskers up by 22. Have scored 26 unanswered. Stevenson will field the punt from his 1-yard line. He hits the ball from his 5. Again, a lame kick. And this is Octavius McFarland at the 45, to the 50, and out of bounds in front of Tom Osborne at the 47-yard line of Florida, and a flag.
Return. Illegal block below the waist on the return team. 15-yard penalty.
And it is Lawrence Phillips along his left side. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left, and a tight end to the left side. Now Lawrence moves to Tommy's right side. And the snap to Tommy, and Tommy guns it complete at the 37, 38, and out of bounds at the 39-yard line. And that was Johnny Bedrell. That stops the clock with 1:13 to go in the half. We'll see what happens here. Again, Lawrence shifting before the snap. NU in the shotgun. 2 wideouts, both sides of the field. Tommy on the run on the shotgun snap at the 41 and out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Nebraska. Stopping the clock with 1:08 to go in the half. It'll be 3rd down.
Right away, the 26 points Nebraska has put up so far in this quarter is a Fiesta Bowl record.
8 of 3.
They started 25 years ago in this game, and nobody's done this before.
Tight end left, wide slot right, high with Schuster and LP. Tommy under center. 1:08 to go in the game, and it's a stretch play. They give to Lawrence Phillips. Schuster out in front blocking. 45, 50. Lawrence Phillips takes men with him to the 45-yard line of Florida. 1st down, Nebraska. Jeff McAvick, I beg your pardon, is the fullback out in front, providing the block for Lawrence Phillips. 1st and 10 NU.
Boy, that's some speed out there on the perimeter. And Florida could keep up, but you can't deal with McAvick coming out there after the initial wave of blockers get through with your folks up front. You've got a linebacker and a DB out there, and so Lawrence is going to get some yards, which he did.
It is 1st and 10 Huskers. Ball on the right side hash. NU once more. 48 seconds to go in the half. Clock running. No backs. Tommy takes the snap. 5-step drop. Steps up in the pocket over the middle. It's complete at the 30 all by himself. Holbein 25, 20, 15, and down he goes at the 12-yard line. Florida playing it soft. They allow Holbein underneath the deep coverage. He got that puppy, got it down to the 12-yard line. NU's ready to go. No huddle offense. 1st and 10 at the 12 of Florida. On the right side, hash mark. Huskers ahead, 32-10, 33 seconds, 32. Snap to Tommy. Drops the ball, picks it back up, runs off the right side. Tommy out of bounds wisely at the 13-yard line, lost a yard. It's now 2nd and 11 with 27 seconds left. It is 2nd and 11 Nebraska, and the short snap to the fullback, and it's Lawrence Phillips to the 6-yard line. Lawrence Phillips, the fullback, the blocking back in the shotgun snap set, and Tommy calls timeout. 17 seconds left to go now before intermission. One back, Lawrence Phillips. Tommy will be underneath center. They'll motion right to left with Holbein, giving him trips left side. The DB comes with him. Tommy sprints out left, wants to throw, does, pass deflected, incomplete into the end zone, intended it for Holbein. Chris Brown with another field goal attempt here, just 13 seconds before halftime. And not much of an angle, just a shade from right to left. 24-yard attempt from the 14-yard line. NU ahead right now, 32-10. Snap by Graham, hold by Federal, kick by Brown is up, and it's through there. And your Cornhuskers have extended once more. It's 35-10 Nebraska. 8 seconds to go before halftime, and America has to be stunned. Well, Gary, the next time some guy gives you some garbage about the Big 8 Conference, have him committed. I mean, the Big 8 Conference has, in 1995, shown it to be every bit as dominant as the 1970 season was. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be covered. Ike Hilliard up the field, finally tackled at the 17-yard line, and we have seen the end of the first half.
Hilliard returns.
Nebraska continues its quest to set college football history. A short kickoff taken by the up back and upended at the 32-yard line. The Cornhuskers, I think that was Nebraska's John Hess, one of the up backs for Nebraska, fielding that short kickoff. Huskers trailed 10-6 early on and have come back to take a 35-10 lead. First snap, third quarter coming up, left side hash, 32-yard line, stretch play. It's Lawrence, 35-40, and down he goes out across the 40, shy of the 41. Lawrence Phillips gets 8 of 10 on the first snap of the game. And you just superior up front offensively and defensively. From the 40-yard line of NU, Huskers 60 yards away. Lone back Lawrence Phillips squarely in the middle of the football field. The ball at the NU 40, snap to Tommy, and they give us to Lawrence, and he's tackled for a loss back at the 39-yard line. And a rare occurrence in this game, penetration by Ed Chester, defensive tackle out of the 4-2 alignment of the University of Florida. Florida lines up in a 4-2 double monster, 3 deep in the secondary. They've got to stop Nebraska's run. Double tight swing right. Magavica and Phillips, 3rd and 2. Snap, toss, sweep right. Lawrence swings out wide. He's got a step, 42, 43, 45-yard line. What'd they do? They blow that thing down. 25-second clock expired. It'll be now 3rd and 7 Cornhuskers. So they're on 35 instead of the 40. They need the 42-yard line. And so the Cornhuskers 3rd and 7. They do not want to go 3 and out in the opening possession, 3rd period. They had a first down secured. Were it not for that penalty, play action fake. Tommy to throw, guns it out, complete. It is the fullback Magavica, 40 to the 41, the 42, and he is very close.
I think he got it.
Yeah, he does. He's out to the 43-yard line, first down. From the 43 of Nebraska on the right side hash. Boundary right, field left, a set. Snap, counter sweep right. Lawrence has the ball, cuts up to the 44, 45, spins, 47-yard line. Lawrence Phillips picks up about 5. No team in a 3-year period of time has won 36 ball games, and a W tonight in the national championship game will give Nebraska that distinction. And the snap on a quick count. Tommy to Lawrence, looks up the middle, nothing there. Lawrence stacked up pardon me, at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 5.5, 6 yards to go. He picked up 4 on that first second down play. David Barnard on the tackle, but they'll motion out of that to Tripp's left. Holbein across the set to the left side. Snap to Tommy, stretch play, but a boot fake off of that. Tommy throws the ball. Clester Johnson, 35-30, 25 to the 20, and out of bounds goes Clester Johnson at the 17-yard line. Tommy Frazier of the counter sweep fake, boots right side, finds Clester out beyond the underneath the deep coverage, and Clester turns in the big first down run. NU in the red zone, and the Huskers are making mincemeat of the Florida Gators. On the left side, it's Carpenter. I set with Magavica and LP. Flanker left, Reggie Ball. Tommy under center. On the right side hash of the 17 takes the snap and the trap play, and it's Magavica. Got a yard and a half from the 17, or maybe just to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9, and on the shotgun snap, Tommy Frazier sweeps left side, cuts back, dives forward, got 2 from the 17 to the 15, and now it's 3rd and long. This is the opening series, 3rd period, national championship. Nebraska ahead, 35-10, knocking at the door, but 3rd and 8 at the 15 of the Gators. Snap to Tommy, wants to throw. He scrambles, throws off his back foot into the end zone, and it is, I think, intercepted. Intercepted by Florida's Anthony Lott in the end zone. And so It's a touchback, and the Gators will have it at their own 20-yard line. Tommy's been picked twice.
Now the interesting part, Kent. Steve Spurrier has had a halftime without the distraction of the crowd to sit down in the locker room, get in the chalkboard and say, okay, here's what we've got to do, here's what's happening, and here's what may work. It's going to be very interesting on this first series of the second half for Florida to see if they're able to put anything together, because I'll tell you, if you weren't with us in the second quarter, it was a disaster for Florida.
NU turns it over, and as Gary so aptly put it, even though Nebraska's ahead by 25, 35-10, this Gator D offense has come from behind in the past. Although they've given no indication that they're capable of doing that in this game. For its first snap, third quarter, in trouble, behind 35-10, 9:49 to go in the third. Under center, Danny Werfel, third place finisher in the Heisman, takes the snap, play fake, and the play is blown dead. Again, something before the snap of the ball. I think it might have been procedure, false start of some sort against Florida. If so, it'll cost them 5, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. Jason Odom, I think the left tackle moved too soon.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And they've hurt themselves badly with that kind of thing tonight, too, and they can ill afford it.
1st and 15 Gators. Their 15-yard line. Huskers 35-10, 9:38 third period. I set, wide slot to the right. Tight end to the left. Werfel under center. 3-step drop. Fakes the draw. Steps up in the pocket. Goes long, and it is going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line in Nebraska. The receiver, Del Anthony, had a step and a half on Michael Booker. Couldn't grab it. 2nd and 15. Werfel again under center. He's not been in the shotgun. On 2nd and 15, drops to throw. Deep drop this time. His pocket holds. Guns right sideline. Incomplete. Too much, too high for Ike Hilliard. 3rd and 15. Florida, their 15-yard line. Florida one snap away from being 3 and out on its first possession, third period. As Florida comes over it. 3rd down and 15 yards. They go the black shirts digging in. 4 linemen, linebackers playing well off the ball. Werfel, no backs, has emptied the backfield under center. Takes the snap, drops to throw, heavy blitz. They got him again. He's going to be sacked for a big loss. Flowing in from the outside linebacker spot, Terrell Farley. The Florida Gators are impotent against the Husker Blackshirts. Long snap, and the kick by Stevenson at the goal line. It may have been partially blocked. It's a terrible kick, bounces, and NU doesn't want anything. Oh, it's taken by Nebraska's Damon Benning at the 45-yard line, and right in his face. Double tight ends and a flanker left, but coming in motion toward the set. Now stopping is Holbein. Tommy under center takes the snap from Graham, gives to Lawrence up the middle, big hole out 47, 48, 49, near the 50-yard line. Lawrence Phillips. We'll give him 4. He's got 6 to go. NLP 5 yards behind Tommy and Aaron Graham. Snap to Tommy. Quarterback draw left side. Got a block by the perimeter guy. 50, 45, left sideline 40, and out of bounds goes Tommy. Ooh, took a tough tumble way out of bounds. Tommy Frazier wound up in the kicking net.
Yeah, he's okay. Now the Husker fans are booing, and I can tell you that they don't need to. That was not a blade hit. He was just doing about 70 miles an hour when he went out of bounds. Yeah. And that thing was in the way.
Quarterback trap, Tommy Frazier. That's not a busted play. It's a called play. Well conceived. New twist by Tom Osborne and the offensive staff. And Nebraska in firm control. From the 35, ball on the left side hash. Field right boundary left this trip. Tommy takes the snap, takes it back to Lawrence. Lawrence across the 35, down to the 31-yard line, got 4 more. Trap play, Makovica fights his way forward for a half yard or so. Nebraska over the ball, quick count, option left. Tommy in the keep, tosses to Lawrence. Lawrence throws the ball into the end zone. Reggie Ball, he's there. It's a bad pass.
He was wide open.
Reggie Ball downfield, a little option play. Lawrence got the ball, tossed it down the field. Reggie was wide open. Boy, did they bite on that baby. Here we go. It's now 4th and 5. Huskers going for it from the 30 in motion toward the set is Vedral, and it's a trap play, and Makovica's got it, I think. Or he's very close to it if he doesn't. Split backs, as Werfel has 2 of them in the backfield, and a split end toward the set in motion. And Werfel changes the play, shouts instructions to his backs, and has the snap, and throws a fade pattern sideline right against man coverage, complete 45-50, and the receiver is Ike Hilliard in a big gain out to the 50-yard line. Florida with a 1st and 10. Snap Werfel, and it's a reverse right side. And to the Nebraska 46-yard line goes Riedel Anthony, who was a slot on the left, came in motion to the right, got the handoff, and picks up maybe 5 yards before Terrell Farley plows him into the dirt. 5:30 to go in the third period of play. 35-10. Nebraska, no scoring in the third period. Snap to Werfel, drops to throw. Pocket hold, guns left side, complete. 32, 30, 29, 28-yard line, and a 1st down for the Gators as they move the sticks once more. And they got 2 in now. 3 receivers out for Werfel. Toss sweep right side. Reverse is coming. It is a reverse off the left side. Doug Coleman plays it beautifully, and it's stacked up for a loss. Grant Wistrom and Christian Peter get credit for the tackle, but it was Doug Coleman who ruined that play. That reverse coming off left side. He stacked it up initially, and those 2 big down linemen, Wistrom and Peter, wrapped him up. So Werfel is under center. 2 wide outs, right, 1 left. And you at the line of scrimmage. Linebackers in the holes. Snap to Werfel, drops to throw. Pocket holds, guns right side. It's picked off by Nebraska at the 18 to the 20. It is Stokes 25 to the 30-yard line. Eric Stokes, and Nebraska's got the football.
I think that's it, gang.
Holy cow, what a game. Eric Stokes with Nebraska's 2nd interception of this game, and Nebraska has it 1st and 10 at its own 30-yard line. Huskers over the ball, their own 30-yard line. No scoring here in the third quarter yet. 4:12 left. Double tights, double flankers. 1 back is Lawrence Phillips. Tommy under center takes the snap, option to the right side, keeps 35. High steps a man 40 to the 41-yard line. Got 11, needed 10. 1st and 10 NU. Tommy Frazier, little high hurdle action there, low hurdle action as he gets extra yardage and enough for the 1st down and 1 more. Here comes Johnny Vettel and Reggie Ball into the lineup. Cluster Johnson and somebody else come out.
I don't think, Kent, that Tom Osborne is going to feel that this lead is safe unless they get another touchdown out of it. He's got everybody in there.
I agree. Spread set, Huskers 1 back, but they motion out of that again. Trips left. Holbein is the 3rd receiver. They give to Lawrence, cuts right side, stiff arm 45, tight ropes the right sideline, hurdles a man to the 49-yard line to the 48-yard line of Florida. And another Husker 1st down. Thank you.
Classic stiff arm, kind of like the old Heisman pose.
1st and 10, quick count snap, give to Lawrence, left side 45, and down to the 41-yard line, somersaulting his way for 2 extra yards, hit at the 43, flips over, gets to the 41. 2nd down, 3.5 to go. Lawrence 135 yards on the night, double tights, full house backfield, smash mouth appearance here. Snap to Tommy. It's the gift of the fullback inside the 40. Jeff Makavicka, the senior from Brainerd, down to the 36-yard line, another 1st and 10. Classic, vintage Nebraska power football taking its toll against an outmanned, and surprisingly so, Florida Gator defense. Chris Dishman, Aaron Taylor, Aaron Graham knocking those defenders backwards.
Do you think Aaron Graham's having a little fun out there tonight? He's probably mixed emotions as being his last game and everything. But
I want to get Jim on the horn here because I want him to ask Aaron a question in the locker room. Tom Osborne show will follow, all kinds of excitement. Here's Tommy on a snap, boots off the play fake. He's looking deep. He goes down the left sideline, and it is incomplete. Contact, great play defensively.
You want to hear it, Tostitos?
Boy, this one is in the bag, isn't it?
It's over with.
Al, would you take his microphone away from him, please?
Get out of here.
Here's the snap. Quarterback trapped. Tommy up the middle, 30, 25. He's going to go! Tommy Frazier! Touchdown! 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 Nebraska has wrapped up the national championship for the 2nd year in a row. The Cornhuskers have made football history. You can put it in the bank. It's over. Nebraska, after this evening, will have won its 2nd national championship in a row and will have won 36 football games in 3 years' time. The first team, the only team ever to do it.
135 yards on the ground, Kent, for Tommy Frazier. What a way to cap it off.
Here's the snap and the hold by Vedral and the kick by Chris Brown. It's up, it's good. With 2:21 left to go in the third period of play. Nebraska 42, Florida 10. Here's the kickoff by Chris Brown, end over end. Hilliard and Anthony are deep, and it comes out to the 5, and it's Hilliard to the 10-15. Slips a tackle to the 20, up to the 22-23, and he's pushed backward at that point. 1st and 10, Florida coming up at their 23-yard line. Here's a snap coming up to Werfel, split backs. He gives to the tailback, tackled at the 25-yard line, got a yard. That's Terry Jackson. Scott Saltzman, the junior out of Wichita Falls, Texas. That was an imaginative call from Spurrier, behind 42-10. They give to the second man through the hole for a yard and a half. Snap and the play fake, and Werfel with the bookends coming, dumps it incomplete. Coverage by Farley, and Werfel was running for his life.
The offense of the 50s against the offense of the 90s, and I guess we'll see which one is best.
Yeah.
I got the feeling when he said that he was pretty confident, because it was an un-Osborne-like thing for him to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There was a little message in there. He can be the master of sarcasm.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt.
He really can. 3rd and 8 coming up. Danny Werfel and the Fun and Gunners. Snap to Werfel, drops to throw, pocket holds, now scrambles, throws complete, 30, 33, 35-yard line, tackled behind and pushed forward on Werfel. 1st and 10, Gator 35, right side hash snap, and the play fake. And he wants to throw, and he scrambles. On the run, throws on the run, complete. 45 of Nebraska to the 40 left sideline and hit out of bounds by Booker was Chris Doring, who has been quiet. Left side hash, 35 of Nebraska, behind 42-10, less than a minute left, 3rd period. 2 wideouts left, right, 1 to the left. Werfel to throw. He goes for the entire enchilada, and it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown in the end zone, and Booker got beat. Michael Booker beat by Ike Hilliard. And so a 35-yard touchdown pass. Werfel connecting with Hilliard, the speedster, and that'll make it 42-16. And I would imagine that Spurrier and company will go for 2 here. No backs, out of motion, as Werfel, 2-step drop, throws in the end zone for 2. It's now 42-18. Let's figure out our arithmetic here real quickly. With 52 seconds left to go in the 3rd period of play, how many touches and double extra points are they away? Matt Teague to kick it off. Here it is. By the way, the answer is 3 touchdowns, 3 double extra points, ties it if Nebraska does nothing more, and it'll be a touchback. Is down on his knees Damon Benning, who's had a great junior year, along with Clinton Childs, who's had a great senior year. Jim's with us now. Jim, I want you to ask Aaron Graham something for me, would you, after the ball game?
Sure.
And if you wouldn't mind, as the Nebraska players exhort the crowd to get into it, how ironic it is at this point that they've got to encourage the crowd. That's a result of the spread on the board. But Jim, Aaron told me something at Media Day back in August, and please remind him that I asked him this, because I don't know that anybody else did. He told me that he didn't want to share all of his goals for the year. He said, there's one goal I'm not going to talk about. Well, this is going to be the end of his career. Would you please ask him what that was, and if he got it?
I will, Ken. That'll be great. And this is a tremendous young man of incredible resolve, overcoming injuries, and I'm just anxious to hear what that goal was, too.
Thank you. And it is a 4-yard gain from Clinton Childs on 1st down as they run an ISO up the middle. Hey, they gave him 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cornhuskers. Double tight swing right. That's Reggie Ball, Schuster, and Clinton Childs in there. And an option to the right. Tommy on the keep. Turns the corner. 25-30. Eludes a tackler. 35. Tommy Frazier. 37, 38, 39, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to go. Holy cow. Touchdown, Tommy Frazier.
What was that?
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest injustice of the football season is that young man did not win the Heisman Trophy. Tommy Frazier.
That's exactly right, Kent. And if that run happens on November 24th rather than January 2nd, I think he's got another piece of hardware. But never mind that. I'll tell you what I love about what just happened. Never mind the score. Is that in a nutshell was Tommy Frazier on that play. That was him.
75-yard touchdown run by Tommy Heisman, and the kick is up and good by Chris Brown. And this, maybe the most unbelievable night in Cornhusker football history, continues to amaze, with Nebraska now ahead 49-18 over the highly touted, much feared Florida Gators. And Tommy Frazier nearly taken down on the replay. And a head and shoulders, a shake and break, and he's got 5 Gators on him, and he says, nonsense, I'm out of here. There he goes, down the right sideline. Holy cow, they're watching it on the replay, and listen to him.
You gotta love that kid. You gotta love that kid, Kent. He summarized in the space of about the 10 seconds it took to run that play what his whole deal is about. His whole career in Nebraska, his persona, the heart of a champion, eye of the tiger, whatever you want to call it. He did it all on that play.
And old Steve Spurrier can't draw up how to tackle in the dirt.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't begin.
Boy, you listen to these talk show hosts around the country, these wisecrackers. These guys, you would think that Tom Osborne is a chump anytime he plays anybody. Well, folks, you're seeing what this is all about, what Nebraska football is all about, as we have seen it unfold tonight.
Well, you know what it's going to be now, though. You know what it'll be after this one. They'll decide that Florida was ordinary.
Yeah, that'll be
really.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the kickoff. Ike Hilliard's got it. 20, 25, squirts 30, 35, tackled high and dropped at the 36-yard line, and Florida will have it 1st and 10 at that point, and that's the end of the 3rd period, ladies and gentlemen. 49-18. This is the Nebraska Sports Network. Florida over the ball at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10 as we begin the 4th period of play. Florida with the wind here in the 4th, left to right, or north to south. In the eye, Werfel. And the give to the tailback. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Actually lost a yard. It was Terry Jackson. Hit and stood up and dropped back by Terrell Farley. Boy, what a player Terrell Farley has been this year, coming out of junior college last year. Came in #1 on the team in tackles. Had 3 interceptions, 2 of which were touchdowns.
Copiers, the official copier and fax of the Fiesta Bowl.
Here's Werfel, play fake, wants to throw, rushes on, got him again, and wrap him up and rack him down. Danny Werfel has no friends amongst his offensive linemen tonight. Jared Tomich defeated a couple of linemen en route to wrapping up Werfel. 1 back for Werfel. Huskers have done a brilliant job defensively. What a scheme, what a package. Snap to Werfel, drops to throw, pocket holds this time. He throws on the run deep, and it's picked off by Nebraska. Picked off by Tony Veland. Tony Veland on the pick. That's 3 interceptions of Werfel tonight. He came in having given it up via the interception only 10 times all year long. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was having thrown the ball 325 times.
He threw into coverage. He had Hilliard down there. Also had Riddell Anthony. But too many Huskers, and the desperation has set in, obviously, for the Gators. And why not at this stage put it up and see if you can get something out of it? You're in a Hail Mary territory now.
And again, they don't cover the center. They do cover the guards this time. And the snap to Tommy, and they give on the ISO, and it's Lawrence off tackle, and he bulls his way forward out beyond the 30 to the 35-yard line. Picks up 5, 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Big Red. Clock running, 13 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Double tights, full house backfield. Tommy turns, gives to Lawrence off tackle, right side, 35 to the 37. It's now 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3, Huskers. They gave Lawrence a bum spot. Snap to Tommy, 1 back set, option left, tosses out Lawrence Phillips, 1 man to beat, can't get it done, tackled for a loss. Back at the 34-yard line. Line of scrimmage had been the 36, so now it's 4th down, and Jesse Cush, believe it or not, in the national championship game, will punt for the first time.
Jesse, let's go down to Jim Rose.
I think it's time we elevate 15, guys, and I'm with you, Gary, to the level of Tom Novak 60 and Johnny Rogers 20. I mean, nobody has had a greater career.
Here's the punt by Jesse, excuse me, gentlemen, and the line drive. It's fumbled by Florida, and the Huskers are on top of the ball. Squirts free again, scrap for the loose ball, and who's on top of it? It is Nebraska's football. Huskers have the ball. Brendan Holbein on top of that puppy at the 22-yard line of Florida. Nebraska has embarrassed the Florida Gators tonight, and they have shocked the college football world. Memorial Stadium, Tom Osborne Field, and I think it's time to do it after this season before next. Tommy Frazier under center at the 22-yard line, looks to throw the ball, pump fake, goes off to the right side. It's almost picked off. It's intended for Mark Gilman. Nebraska ought to have Tom Osborne Field. Option left side out of the wide slot set. It's a pitch out to Lawrence, looking for a blocker, can't find one, gets about 5 yards though, thank you. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, Tommy Frazier runs the ball right up the middle inside the 10-yard line. Tommy Frazier tackled at the 7-yard line, and Tommy Frazier, who tonight has set an all-time bowl record for a rusher in any bowl game in Nebraska football history, and there have been 35 of them. Double tights, eye set, flanker left is Brendan Holbein. He's got man coverage over there. Tommy takes the snap toss sweep right side to the sideline, and it is Florence Phillips in trouble. Lost yardage back to the 10-yard line, a loss of 3, so it's 2nd and goal for the Cornhuskers. 2nd and goal, Cornhuskers 10-yard line. Snap to Tommy and a sprint out left side. Run pass option in trouble. He's hit and dropped for another 5-yard loss. Schuster, Vedral, and Lance Brown in the set now. This is the open set. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, no tight end, but still in the eye. Schuster and LP in the backfield gives to Lawrence up the middle inside the 10, rambles, cuts inside the 5, and directs a man across the goal line for the touchdown. Lawrence Phillips with a touchdown. Lawrence Phillips lunging across the goal line with his right hand, and a football cradled in his elbow, crossing the plane and rubbing salt in the wound. Nebraska humiliating the 2nd-ranked Florida Gators. Nebraska in the 50s now at 55-18, and we've got better than half of the 4th period left.
And we're going to see Brooke Behringer most likely next.
And the PAT is blocked. This is returnable by Florida if they can run the ball down the field, and they can't get there. It was Ted Retzlaff on the kick. Here's the kickoff by the Cornhuskers, and underneath it is Anthony. Riedel Anthony at 5'10", right side, 15, right side, swings to the 20. He's out to the 24, and down he goes at the 24-yard line, and 4 flags flying and landing on the grass. Penalty markers. And getting up very slowly for the Cornhuskers.
Aaron Penland.
Yeah, Aaron Penland. He's going to the wrong sideline.
Mike Fullman on the tackle.
Yeah, holding against Florida. All those guys saw it. That's what all 4 flags were about. From the spot of the foul, 10 yards, back to the 11-yard line it goes for Florida. They're 89 yards away.
Jared Tomich, Jason Peter, Grant Wistrom, Terrell Farley, Jay Foreman, Jamel Williams is back. You get Mike Minter back. You get Michael Booker back. Mike Fullman. That's just the defense. You got to plug some holes there. I suspect John Hessel will step up at the middle linebacker spot.
Here we go. Florida 1st and 10. They're 11. They've been penalized 10 times for 83 yards. New quarterback is Kessler. Eric Kessler throws on 1st down complete, 21-yard line. He's got the 1st down, I believe, or maybe just inches short. He drops to throw. Kessler nearly stumbles, throws out there complete at the 30-yard line, and then tackled. His forward progress stopped at the 30, or marked down at the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Gators. Travis McGriff again in on the stop. Here's Kresser, takes the snap, drops to throw. 4 men coming, lots of time, steps up, guns right side, complete across the 50-yard line, right sideline. Guy stepped out, didn't call it though, the referee. One guy did, coming from behind. It was Chris Doring. Kresser under center, takes the snap, 5-step drop, throws down the left side, man coverage, and it is incomplete. Too much on it, intended for Ike Hilliard. Good coverage on the play by Nebraska's Tyrone Williams. You mentioned a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think the future looks pretty good. How do you replace Christian Peter? Well, Jeff Ogard's back.
2nd and 10. Snap to Kessler under center. Throws over the middle this time long. Incomplete. It is now 3rd and 10 for the Gators. And the old stadium emptying out here. Here's Kessler dropping back to throw. Throws off the left side. Incomplete. 4th down. And I believe that Florida is in 4-down territory. Travis McGriff, the intended receiver, as we pause 5 seconds for station ID on the Nebraska Sports Network. Here's Kresser. Trips left side, 1 back, throws. And it is incomplete. Nebraska takes over on the loss of downs. They'll have the short field at their own 47-yard line. Riedel Anthony, the intended receiver, and Nebraska's going to get it back. And listen to the Nebraska fans cheering this Husker defense.
It's beautiful.
6:45 to go. Nebraska 1st and 10 at its own 47-yard line, leading it 55-18.
I think Spurrier is a pretty smart guy, Kent, and if he is as smart as I think he is, he will do a lot of the same things that Tom Osborne did earlier in his career. When you have this kind of a result after a great season, you go to school on the other team, you adjust, you reevaluate, you always tweak the product. And of course, the most important thing is recruit.
And now listen to the crowd. Brooke Behringer taking the field to a well-deserved round of applause by the Nebraska faithful here in Tempe tonight. What a season he had last year, standing in for the injured Tommy Frazier, as responsible for Nebraska getting to and really, with his play in the Orange Bowl, winning the national championship as anybody.
Oh, no kidding.
Sitting this year behind Frazier, who had a Heisman Trophy season, although finishing second behind Eddie, whatever his name is, who won it for somebody that lost in the bowl game. And
Eddie George.
And Brooke Berringer will be missed. You know, you talk about players who have a lot of PT, a lot of playing time.
Oh, boy.
You talk about players who sit and who back up and who carry the team with character and through practices and in terms of depth. And you look at Brooke Berringer, and he's a great example of that.
And I think it was probably even tougher on Berringer, having had the amount of time that he had last year as a starter and doing as well as he did, and then have to come back and sit. You know, I think that was difficult, but he was always ready. And I'll tell you what, without Brooke Berringer last year in relief of Tommy Frazier, I don't think we'd be looking at a repeat here tonight. And he played well in the Orange Bowl too. I mean, people talk about Frazier coming into the fourth quarter and leading the comeback. That's true, but Berringer was hot too. I mean, he had a key touchdown pass to Gilman, wasn't it? Was it to Gilman or Eric?
Well, I gave.
How quickly they forget.
No, it was to Mark Gilman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, everything in life is fleeting. Nothing lasts forever. And as remarkable and as emotionally fulfilling vicariously as it has been the last 3 years for Nebraska fans, there's going to be some sadness to the end of this tonight. Here's the snap to Berringer, and he gives to his fullback. Gets nothing. And that was Joel Magavica. There is an element of sadness to it all, because kids like this leave.
Yeah, it's always the case in athletics, especially in.
But they leave their legacy, you know, and they leave memories, and that's what we will have through the years of this great era that we have been privileged enough to witness and to report on here from these booths.
Well, Lance Brown comes into the game now, and I mean, you see these players, and it triggers memories. Remember Arizona State up in Lincoln, and he catches that pass from the Terminator at the end of the game, and then does a backflip in the sideline.
Yeah, here's a give to Amon Green. Pops 45-40, and Amon Green may go. Lance Brown with a block at the 25-20, switches hands 15-10, and Amon is ridden out of bounds at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Cornhuskers. Amon Green. And you talk about players who will be leaving. Lawrence Phillips most probably, and then you talk about needing to replace players. How about number 30? 39-yard run by the 18-year-old Amon Green. Will turn 19 till next month.
And Amon Green and Damon Benning and James Sims back. I'd take that. I'd take that just as a nucleus that I back.
Amon. And the lone back now, and an ace set again, the double tight ends and the double flankers. First and goal, and they give to Amon up the middle. He's to the 5, he's to the 4, and it's now second down and goal to go. Thank you, as Nebraska threatens to put 6 more on the board and extend into the 60s against the Florida Gators with 5:48 to go.
Who do you get back on your Husker offense next year? Well, let's look. You get Chris Dishman, Aaron Taylor, and Eric Anderson back as starters on the offensive line. And don't forget Adam True, who was practically a co-starter at tackle. Now, will one of those tackles move to guard, one move to center? I don't know. But he's back.
John Zadiska will be back next year. It is second and goal from the 4-yard line. Brooke turns, gives to Amon right up the middle, and he's down to the 1-yard line. Or actually, it was Damon Benning in there who nearly scored. It's now third and goal, Cornhuskers.
Looking at 62 points for the Big Red if they score here, with 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes left.
Brendan Holbein back next year. Lance Brown. Matt Purcell is back. Josh Heskew, Sheldon Jackson, Tim Carpenter, all back.
Kent's back.
Well, we don't know about that.
We're hoping on that. We're hoping on that.
Under center, Brooke over the goal line, and Brooke Berringer gets a touchdown. Good for you, Brooke. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Brooke Berringer.
You look at the scores that these Big 8 teams have put up in the bowl games, and it's incredible.
Well, you know, your
margins of win.
Yeah.
Victory, you know?
I just got to tell you, if Nebraska is the offense of the 50s, they must be referring to the average score.
There you go.
I mean, how sweet this is. This was supposed to be, you know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and how, you know, this is the better scheme. You know, this is the better package, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. After the touchdown, NU with 61 on the board. Retzlaff will kick it. This time not blocked, and this time he splits him. He'll never forget that. And it is 62-18, Nebraska with 4:44 to go. Here's the kickoff by Chris Brown, taken at the 8-10, 15, reverse to the right side. No, the fake reverse, 20, 25, 30, 35, may go, 40, got a good downfield block, 45, 40. He's going to go down the left sideline for a touchdown. That is Riedel Anthony. A touchdown on the kick return by the Florida Gators with 4:31 to go in the game, and that gives them 24 points.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, it is. Some of the defense went for the fake reverse, including yours truly. Guess I'm not part of the defense, but anyway, he made a nice return on the ball. And you know the neat thing about the program and Tom Osborne is they're going to be upset about that. They're going to, you know what I'm saying?
Got to work on that, fellas.
I don't like that. We're ahead, but we got to play well. Florida's going for 2.
They're trying to climb back in it.
Yeah.
Here at Sun Devil Stadium.
Trips right side. They motion to no backs. The quarterback is Kressler, and he's going to be sacked. He's hog-tied, hit high, and it's fumbled. It's going to be returned by Nebraska.
Christian Peter.
It's big old Christian Peter. Did they blow it dead? They did.
They did.
Christian's going to go into the end zone.
He's going anyway.
Yeah. Christian's on his Christian. Oh, Christian. You got to love it. Christian strutting his stuff in from the 5-yard line. I've seen it all.
Lord, what a night for Nebraska football.
Christian Peter, one of the greatest guys in terms of personalities I've ever seen wear a Nebraska football uniform, and one of the greatest players as well. But did he ever?
And I don't see the flag, but the Husker fan. They didn't flag it for excessive celebration because he couldn't have been celebrated.
Well, it was dead ball. I mean, they've blown it dead.
I'll tell you what. And he's the only guy that I know of that can make Osborne laugh out loud. You know, just something about Christian that hits Tom in a funny bone. And he may have a little trouble chuckling right now, but he's going to look at that on film.
Jeez, that was too much.
Like a
Christian,
Budweiser Clydesdale.
If you're not watching along, I don't know if we describe it well enough, but Christian, after the play had been blown dead, Nebraska sacks Kressler, picks up the ball, and of course they can score on a fumble if it had not been ruled a dead ball. And it was big old Christian who showed some wheels. I mean, he was trucking, he was booking, but he hit about the 7-yard line, and then he did his
he starts his drum major routine, you know.
Yeah. And starts dragging his feet.
What a piece of work he is.
Yeah. Well, he did. At least he didn't do a backflip like Lance Brown did.
Yeah.
You know? No. I don't think that's one thing I don't think Christian
he could hurt himself doing that.
Yeah.
By the way, it was Wistrom and Tomich on the sack on the 2-point conversion attempt. Here we go.
Deep back for Nebraska. Clinton Childs, Damon Benning, squib kick comes up short, up back 38-yard line to the 40, the 42, and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. You'll see who it is. Tim Carpenter, one of the up backs on the return, and the Huskers with the ball with 4:25 left to go in the game. It has just been such a trip. And the snap to Brook, and the give to the tailback to the 46-yard line. And let's see who that was in the ball game. I think it was Amon, yeah. Clock runs with 4:15 left to go in the game. Well, we started out this year early on. You know, we got the sense of it that it may be a long time in the course of the season before we would have a handle on how good this team was, because they were beating everybody so badly.
Remember, that was the storyline for about half the season.
We never found out. In that sense, we never found out, because they took no prisoners this year, these Cornhuskers. Brook under center, takes the snap, turns, keeping it on the ground, and it is Clinton Childs out to the 48-yard line. Florida came in allowing only 130 yards a game rushing. Number 25 in the country against the rush. Snap to Brook, trap play fullback, across the 50 to the 48-yard line goes Joel Makovica. He'll be back. Brook hands it off to Amon, and Amon hit the line of scrimmage, tried inside, bounced out to the left, didn't get anywhere. Absolutely, Jim, no question about it. You know, you mentioned these guys. We mentioned the melancholy a little bit at seeing some of these players move on, play their last game as a Cornhusker. A guy that comes to mind is Cluster Johnson. What a neat young man he is, you know. So many of them, and it's just a shame. It's a sin almost that most of America has been brainwashed into perceiving Nebraska as this ugly, ugly program, when in reality you're talking about kids like Brooke Beringer and Clester Johnson and
Rob Zadiska, who was in here
absolutely
before. Al's called first down, and naturally he's right. You know, you're talking about, we're talking about how Tommy Frazier and that sensational touchdown run kind of summarized his career in Nebraska. You know what else is going on right now that sums it up? Look at Tom Osborne. Here it is, a blowout ball game, his second national championship in a row. He looks just exactly as if it were a tie ball game.
Yeah, 1st and 10 Huskers, 47-yard line. Brooke turns, gives to Amon, tries the middle, or excuse me, gives to James Sims, who here's a handoff to Billy Legate here. Good to see Billy in the ball game. Redshirt freshman from Elgin, Nebraska, tries the right side from the fullback spot. Yeah, it'll be it. The detractors are going to have some work cut out for him here, Garrett. Come up with a storyline. Yeah. Double tights, double wings, one back. Matt Turman, stretch play, option, pitches out, and it's Clinton, or James rather. He's out of bounds along the far sideline. Clinton back in for James Sims, and Clinton picks up the first down. The clock stops with 1:15 to go. In the eye, wide slot left, turns, gives to his tailback, and he tries the middle, gets down to the 32-yard line. Amon Green back in as they brings James Sims back in. It'll be a different kind of celebration. Well, and maybe a little sweeter, you know, a little more fulfilling. Double tights, double wings, one back, James Sims. Turman takes the snap, counter sweep right side, but Sims tries the middle, inside the 30, cuts inside the 25, inside the 20, stiff arm 15, the 10, the 5, Sims to the 1-yard line. James Sims, oh, too bad. Wow. Man, what a run. That was a tremendous run. He showed it all. They gave the counter sweep look. The lineman pulling to the right side, but Sims ran right up the middle, and he showed everything. Power, balance, just outside the one, the ball, and they wind the clock. 28 seconds to go, and Tom will hand it off the middle, I'm sure.
What you believe, 69 points.
And Turman under center, and he's got Turman goes down. He was ordered to go down on one knee. He was ordered to take a knee, and they can't say that about Tom Osborne either. What a way to end the ball game. Beating the Florida Gators 62-24. And Nebraska has done something no football program has ever done. It has recorded its 36th victory in 3 years' time to set a collegiate record. No program has ever won more than 35 games, and Nebraska has won 36.
Again, I think Jim's got Aaron Graham down in the field.
Jim, do you have Aaron?
We got Aaron. Aaron,
can you?
Last spring, summer, you said, I have one goal that I'm not going to share with people until the end of the season. You remember what that goal was? Or I'm sure you do. You remember saying that, and what was the goal?
Well, that goal was to come to the Fiesta Bowl and win a national championship. And I started the Vandy Center, and I told everybody that this team was going to be dedicated to doing the whole thing all over again, and we did it.
How tough was it to do it again?
I think it was a lot easier this year than it was last year, just for the fact that we kind of had that monkey off our back, and yeah, we're just overwhelmed right now. I'm just so happy.
It is my privilege to present the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl winning trophy to Coach Tom Osborne.
You know Dave's tired. He still got the same thing he had on last night. Bailey. Plowing the Hershey.
Early. Something else. You get chills.
We got the laid up lover, the wannabe Casanova, and the 9.5 kid.
Yeah. Touche. On guard. On guard.
Oh, man, the laid up lover.
Oh, I'm about to give it up. Very curly home.
Christian, I want you to describe for these people that run that you made.
I don't think we've ever seen a run like that before here at Nebraska, but all I could say was Jared sacked the quarterback. I saw the ball. I started running. We got to about the 50, and I turned back and I saw some, Gator colors. So I tried handing it over to Coleman, but he wouldn't take it. So I just started. I turned the speed up a little. Around the 10-yard line, I almost had a heart attack. And then, started high-stepping, and they called it back.
Oh, thank you. The description took longer than the run. But it was a tremendous athletic feat. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back over to Rick. Maybe we'll let the captains say a couple words to anybody else, and we'll try to make this short. But we do really thank you for being here.
We'd like to thank all y'all for coming out. We felt that we could go out here and dominate these Gators, and which we did. We thought it'd take the fourth quarter to do it, but it was the second quarter. Great game. So, well, thanks for coming out. Let's do it next year.
Well, as my teammates know, I'm not a big talker, so I just want to thank you guys for all coming out here and supporting us this season. It's been a rough one, and just thanks for everything.
Nothing in the world like being in Nebraska. Thank everybody for, we walked into that game last night, it was just like coming into a home game. There was so many red, there was a sea of red, the whole thing.
this stadium last night. We thought we were in Memorial Stadium again. Everybody's there. And, just fans like you come out here today for something like this, we really appreciate all your support. And as everybody else here on the stage knows, you guys are the greatest fans in America. And I think everybody's really happy we're all here. And we're all thankful you guys support us. Thanks a lot.
First off, I'd like to say you guys are the best fans in the country. We thank you. We appreciate everything you've done for us. You guys are the best. We'd also like to thank you for sticking with us this season. You know, it was a rough one, but you guys were there for us when we needed you, and we appreciate all that. And what a lot of teams don't realize, a good man by the name of Ric Flair always says this: in order to be the best, you must beat the best. Woo!
You know, this was a pretty tough season on us players. We had some people who really didn't have a lot of positive things to say about our program, but I think we proved to everybody in the country last night that this program has a firm foundation, and
it's not the bad things that they're making it out to be.
You know, I was noticing in the stands last night in the game, something like, you know, what is this? And then I looked up there and our fans started doing this, that's my laugh. But, you know, throughout all college football, you see people, all kinds of hand signs. You know, you got the Red Raiders and you got the Texas Longhorns. And, you know, Nebraska's had a sign for a long time, but we've just been waiting to save it.
(62-24) the final score as the Huskers secure their second consecutive national championship on a history-making night. Of course, our Husker Vision crew was on hand to bring you all the sights and sounds of the Fiesta Bowl, including the victorious locker room. We thought we'd take you inside tonight and share in the emotion of another national championship.
We came to play today. We came to play, and I want to say, you know, I love playing with our players on the team. I love our defensive backs and everybody on the team. You know, we bringing this one home to Lincoln. Love you, babe.
Oh, I have a fun time, you know. Just sitting back and listen to their players talk about the choo-choo train and all this and all that. Lee Corso and Craig James going against us. It just made me want to even play harder.
2 in a row, buddy. How's it feel?
Incredible. It really hasn't set in yet. You know, it's what we.
It has for me.
What we did out there, that was just domination. I mean, that was great.
I think the biggest thing that we shot for all year was to get everybody off Coach Osborne's back, and we got another national championship, and hopefully they won't think of any negative, stupid questions to ask him. They can ask him, how does it feel to be the coach of one of the best teams in college football history?
What you say there? What you say there?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Can we strike it up?
That was pretty much a dream come true out there, wasn't it?
Yep. Went out with style, baby. You can't ask for nothing more. I mean, the offense balled, the defense balled. We played the best game of the year today, and now we the best team ever in history.
How satisfying was it just to be so dominant out there?
I think that was probably the best part, because there were so many doubters. There's so many doubters out there this year, you know, especially with everything that's gone on with the media and everything else. I think we shut everybody up really good.
Without a doubt, Nebraska has the greatest fans in all of college football, and maybe all of sport. I mean, when you go to a national championship bowl game and 75% of the stadium is red and Young go Big Red, then there's a little bit of a home field advantage, I would say. And, you know, compared to playing the Orange Bowl or something like that, it was tremendous.
You know, words can't describe, you know, how it feels to play next to your brother, especially in a national championship game, and come out the way we did. you know, has been a goal of ours, you know, since we were in high school, you know, to line up side by side and to do it this way. I mean, come on, you know, it doesn't get any better than this.
Coach Solis, did we get you? That's all I want to know. Did we get you? Yeah.
Big time, too.
Hey, thanks.
All right, great job. You've had a great year. I appreciate it.
All season long, we've been talking about the impact the seniors have had on the 1995 football team. Without a doubt, one of the most talented groups ever at NU, not only in terms of playing ability, but also in terms of leadership. This year, 5 captains led the team to the field and obviously to another national championship. And joining us now, one of the best centers in Husker football history, Aaron Graham. Aaron, I got to ask you a question. Way back in August, or whenever Media Day was, I asked you about goals, and you said, obviously, we'd like to win another championship. But you told me, you said, I have one that I'm not going to share with anybody. Now, you said, I'm going to wait till it's all over. What was that?
Well, that was to be an All-American on the field. And, you know, I'm real happy that I had the opportunity to receive the awards that I did. And the reason why I didn't want to mention is because you really don't have a lot of control over it. And, you know, all I could do is go out there and perform my best every week.
On an All-American on the field and off the field in the classroom, too, Tom.
Yeah, Aaron's done it all, and been very, very proud of him. Of course, he was the lone returning starter from last year's offensive line, so he had to pick up the slack. And against Florida, how did you feel things went? I know they did a little moving up front there, and was that causing you any problems, or did you guys feel like you picked that up pretty quickly?
I think we did a pretty good job with their stemming. We practiced that 3 or 4 days prior to the game and really concentrated on them giving them some different looks right before the snap, and that paid off for us. And I was just real happy with the way our offensive line performed overall, and especially with having four guys in there who haven't played a lot, or you know, haven't played in the national championship game before. Chris Dishman, I guess, is only one of the starters who had played a little bit, and they had tremendous poise, and you know, they really hammered those guys.
Well, I know it wasn't easy, but was it easy as it looked? I mean, you guys had your way with those people.
Well, I think there was a point, maybe somewhere in the second or third series, where I think we had them guessing. We had them back on their heels, and you could kind of see it in their eyes that, you know, they kind of had that look like they didn't know what was coming next. And, you know, when you start guessing with our type of offense that we run, you can get yourself into trouble.
What's up next for Aaron Graham? I mean, this is your senior season. You played your last football game at Nebraska.
Well, I'm off to the East-West Shrine game here in 4 or 5 days, and we got to go to Dallas for the Top 8 award that I received, and I have the combines in the second weekend in February, and I'd like to try the football thing, and hopefully somebody will need a center or a deep snapper out there, and if not, then I'm going to apply to vet school in the fall.
You'll be back here in the spring?
I have 3 hours remaining.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job with the hours you've taken, and been a great leader for us, and we just really appreciate you coming. I know you're going out and get Phil Ellis married, and that may be the biggest job of the year, right? Make sure he doesn't back out here at the last minute.
Absolutely.
Aaron, thanks for all the joy you've shared with your great play on the field. Everybody's enjoyed it. Number 54, Aaron Graham. When the Tom Osborne Show continues, Coach and I will be joined by another team captain, the unforgettable Christian Peter. May well be that no player has taken a longer trip to get to the winner's circle than Christian Peter. A recruit out of Locust, New Jersey, Christian's career at Nebraska took some twists and turns over the years, but the last couple of seasons, he was not only one of the most popular Huskers, but also as team captain. I think consensus would be the heart and soul of the Black Shirts. Christian, we were talking off camera before the break. You definitely wanted to be back here the day after the game to enjoy that national championship celebration.
Yes. Last year I decided to go back after the bowl game and spend some time with my family, and when I got back, I heard on, you know, everything I missed out on, you know, all the fans at the Devaney Center, and this year I just wanted to be a part of that and, you know, have those memories for the rest of my life.
You spent as much time on your practicing your routine in front of the crowd there as you did for the game? Or?
No, that was just kind of a spur of a moment thing. And
why don't you tell people here what you said? You had a quote. You know, I'm familiar with Shakespeare and a lot of authors, but who was the guy you were quoting? I never heard this guy before.
Let me tell you something. My father always used to yell at me for watching wrestling. He said, you know, nothing ever good comes out of that stuff. But you know, through the years that I've watched it, there's a heavyweight champion named Ric Flair, you know, and
kind of a philosopher, is that right?
Right, exactly. Nature boy, okay. Nature boy Ric Flair, and
so what did he say?
What he usually ends up saying is, in order to be the best, you must beat the best. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was appropriate to say then, because you know,
he didn't quite say it like that in front of the folks at the
It had a lot of meaning to it.
Right.
Yes.
You know, we've been the best now, you know, for a couple of years, and in order for another team to be the best, they must beat the best.
Speaking of the best, Christian.
Now I understand.
Speaking of the best, Christian, let's have Deion Sanders move over now. Don't you think? After that
Not
little
bad, huh? I can break that down for you if you want.
Yeah, let's break that down. We're talking about this.
Give us a play-by-play of this return, because you know you did it all. The limp leg, change of direction.
You see, I picked the ball up.
Yeah, you're changing arms.
And around the 50, I wanted to see, because I'm not a selfish player, I tried giving the ball to Doug Coleman, but he didn't want it. So I just started breaking away from the pack. And then now here you could see.
What is this here?
That's... I don't know what that is. It's
like ballet or something, you know?
A little bit. I'm trying to be...
and then who is this that drug you down?
Coleman. He Pearl Harbored me from behind.
Yeah, let me ask you...
You know what he was doing? He was hoping you wouldn't get a flag for taunting. That's why he tackled you.
The question is, Christian, have you ever run that far before?
I've run a couple of times that far. Usually after practice, we're doing something I shouldn't have been doing.
Did you know the whistle had blown?
I didn't hear anything.
I see.
You know, when you're running that fast,
and the wind in your ear holes.
Exactly. It's hard to hear
faster than the speed of sound, right?
Yeah. And I also noticed that a couple of the skill position guys from Florida, I just started, I was moving so fast, I think those guys just died off. They figured they couldn't catch me, so they just called it quits. And it was a shame.
There was a lot of people in awe of that run.
It was a shame it was called back.
I personally learned a lot just watching you run.
I thought you were going to say you personally were not one of them.
No, I was impressed.
I learned something.
I didn't think you could go that far.
Christian,
neither did I. I thought it was about having a heart attack on the 10.
Let me ask you one more question. What does this championship mean to you?
This is something else. Last year's was great, but this year's means a little bit something more to me. Through everything this team's been through, it's a very loving and caring team, and I think when times were down, we all came together and just stayed with each other, and we set a goal in the beginning of the season and win that national championship, and there we did it.
He has been a great one, number 55, Christian Peter.